Let me just get everything up and running here. So let's see, yeah, we are live now. Oops. I get my other tablet up here for comments. So this is kind of a time where Wednesday mornings I like to do a live stream so that I can chat with you guys, see what's going on. I do my regular Jeep repair videos on Fridays, so be sure to catch those. Okay, there we are. Looks like we are live. Bronco Solid, we're live. Yep, ain't dead. So this video is going to be about the pilot bearing on a Jeep Wrangler mid-90s YJ. This here specifically is a 92 YJ. And just about the pilot bearing size, and an issue that I've run into actually a few times now with the size of the pilot bearing on this. The kit that you get, the clutch alignment tool not fitting properly. I've run into this a few times, so I wanted to show you guys just real quick, and maybe you guys have a solution or a link or something to a different product, because what I find that says fits does not fit. So we'll get a few more people on here. Bronco Solid's here. Mr. Bikeaholic, good morning. Fernando's here. Jason's making pukey faces. Good evening. Yeah, it's actually morning here. Who else we got? Cruel, what is that? Cruel Zombie is here. Good morning. So yeah, grab a cup of coffee. This is a time where we can just hang out, chat, talk about things in the shop. I do this Wednesday mornings at 9 o'clock, and then my regular edited videos on Fridays. So let me show you guys real quick what I've got going on. Where to start? Where's my coffee? Let's start with that. And yeah, I'm gonna have to be, yeah, well, you can mute it, Rocket, Jason. I do have to have you guys mobile because I gotta show you underneath the Jeep. Well, actually, I can start here, I guess. So let me flip you around here. So when you install your new clutch, you need a clutch alignment tool, right? This one has a nice pilot bearing on it already. That's great, came with the kit, but it's actually not gonna fit. This is your standard Jeep 4-liter clutch alignment tool. This one came with my clutch kit as well. I had a previous one, clutch alignment tool, and this aligns the clutch disc. Let me, I can show you guys that actually real quick. Let's go on a little walk here. Try not to make you too sick. So the clutch alignment on the transmission. So when you're bolting it all together, you got to get your clutch disc aligned properly. That's what the clutch disc alignment tool is for. Losing signal a bit out there. Am I really? No, I've got great reception out here. So the alignment tool goes in there like that. That's how you align the clutch pad inside of the pressure plate there, and then this part goes in your crank. So let's go back in the shop. Let me take you underneath the Jeep. Underneath. Need my pads. Yeah, I'm gonna take the time to move you guys and get my pads because I much prefer crawling around on these. All right. And let's get some lights on the subject. This one not have a magnet that does. Sorry, I'm just trying to get some light in here. Okay, where are we at? There we go. So then you've got your, that's where our alignment tool is going to go. So we've got the back of the crank right here, obviously, and your pilot bearing is right in there. And so this is where your alignment tool comes in. I'm going to go ahead and throw the flashlight, hit my head on the transmission. Oh man, this is fun. There we go. So then our clutch alignment tool is going to slip in there and that aligns the clutch, right? Well, I'm finding that regardless of what alignment tool I get, this one actually had to modify because the opening on your pilot bearing here on these Jeep Wrangler 4-liter, this is a 92. I also ran into the same issue on my 94 where the alignment tool, this is too loose. The diameter of the alignment tool is not proper, so I actually ended up modifying this one and it worked fine. I mean, I just put electrical tape on there until it fit in snug, and this one works just fine. That's what I did on my last clutch. So let me drop the flashlight again. So let's look at the input shaft. On the other side here. Turn you guys around. Sorry, a little motion sickness here. Woo! There we go. So our input shaft to a AX15 transmission. Now, did I bring my caliper down here? I did not, or am I laying on it? Yes, I'm laying on it. So the input shaft here, let's zero, make sure this guy's zeroed. And we want it on inches. There we go, we are zeroed. This is close to 3/4. So 7.47, sorry, 0.747. So, I mean, essentially it's 3/4 of an inch. All right, let's crawl out from under here. So there we go. You guys are facing that way, aren't you? Turn you around. There you are. So you guys probably have all kinds of comments about this already. Let's see. Too far from the Wi-Fi. Yeah, sorry. That free Harbor Freight flashlight. Oh, those are great. I have one alignment tool with multiple tips. Yes, that's what I need. Good with different widths. You can change the tip based on what car you're working on. Good morning, Dale. Hey, Frank. Good morning. Cool wheels. Thank you. So the issue is, yeah, this is going to drive JeepSolid nuts, all this moving. So this is the clutch alignment tool that I have that it came with. And if you search like 1992 Jeep Wrangler YJ 4.0, this is the alignment tool that it comes with, or that it recommends. 5301 or 21518. And that is this alignment tool right down here. So this guy right here, and obviously this is not the right size. This is where I took the electrical tape and really beefed it up and brought it up to almost 1/2 inch. You can go to the auto parts store and get a multi-tip alignment loaned tool. I haven't seen that, but perhaps they have one. That would be very handy. You know, because I've done a few clutches on Jeeps. You know, I wanted to have my own. They're really inexpensive. These things are like $2 or $3. But you know what? It'd be super handy to have the right size. So anyways, this guy, it says that the tip is 19/32, which is, you know, just over 1/2 inch. That's the part number again. But you want something with the tip closer to 3/4. But this is the funny part. You go on Rock Auto, go on Amazon, go on any of the websites, and it says, yes, this fits Jeep Wrangler 4.0. It does not. So I guess I'm looking for a link or the reason why it would say it fits the Jeep Wrangler 4-liter, which obviously has the AX15 transmission, which the transmission, the input shaft there is what dictates the size of the pilot bearing, right? Why it would say that it fits it when it absolutely does not. So that's my question on why this does not make sense. See what you guys are going to. Have you tried getting the alignment tool for a 4.2? No, I have not. That's something to research and see how big the tip is on that. These others, was this 53, whatever. It says the tip on this is 19/32, which is not right. Even though you look on, Amazon, Rock Auto, O'Reilly's. I think I might have actually, did I get this from O'Reilly's? I don't know. I don't remember. But absolutely does not fit. Alkerman's here. Good morning. Side Pocket Louie. Same thing with my guy saying, if you try getting an alignment tool, you go to the auto parts store, cool wheels. So anyways, it has to do with the AX15 transmission, which I don't know if this smaller one, the 19/32, fits the AX5. That would be the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. Is that what they're thinking? But it doesn't fit. And usually Rock Auto, I really like Rock Auto. Usually they're spot on. But it does not fit. Guess they made 6 different tanks. We're talking about gas tanks now. What is this? AutoZone. Guess they make 6 different tanks and 3 different skid plates from 87 to 94. At least here they crush it. And Bronco Solid is still talking about AutoZone. Yeah, AutoZone is good. So my plan this morning was actually to do a video on removing the pilot bearing. But then I ran into these issues. So I'll probably end up changing the title of this video to Pilot Bearing Size Issues, Jeep Wrangler 4.0. So let me kind of recap real quick just so you guys understand. So this is what they say fits the Jeep Wrangler 4-liter, which obviously has the AX15. Here's the part number. It's this TAT 5301. Or down here, 21518. But the problem is the tip on it is 19/32, which on both of my Jeeps, my 4-liters, they do not fit. And the reason is this tip needs to be the same size as the input shaft on your transmission, which is AX15, and this is not the right size. This is closer to 1/2 inch, and we want it more like 3/4 inch. When I used my calipers, we got 0.747, I think it was. So it's clearly closer to 3/4 of an inch. So when I got the alignment tool last time I was doing my clutch, it worked just fine because I just increased the diameter of it with some electrical tape, and it fit perfectly symmetrical. The clutch went in smooth, no issues. So you can make this work just fine. But both times that I've gotten clutches, clutch alignment tools that said they fit, 4-liter Jeep Wrangler YJ did not fit, not even close. You put the alignment tool in there, it's just flop, 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 which is not okay. The next issue I'm having is, where did I set my coffee? There it is. So the AX15 is a great unit. Yes, it is. Have you guys run into this same issue, doing a clutch and the alignment tool does not fit? Have you had trouble getting the correct pilot bearing? Yes, it's Jason. Let's see. Pirate bearing, pilot, like airplane pilot. I'll be swapping from an AX15 on my 95 once I get a couple more parts, enjoying seeing what issues you're running into before I start. Yep, learn from my problems, Mark. AX15 is a great unit, yes. There are a lot of funny and terrible, completely inappropriate things I could say during this live stream, but in the interest of being family friendly, I'll refrain. Thank you. So anyways, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. If you run into issues with the clutch alignment tool on an AX15, doing the clutch on your 4-liter Wrangler. But those are the problems I'm having right now. And honestly, I was planning on doing a video on the clutch installation Friday, but I'm just not ready. I gotta take care of this bearing issue, run to the auto parts store. I'm gonna call them up. Hey, do you guys have a pilot bearing for a Jeep 4-liter? And they're gonna say, oh yeah, we've got it in stock. I'm gonna go down there and it's gonna be the wrong size. So I'm gonna take this pilot bearing out, take it down there with me, because inevitably they'll give me the other one. Funny thing, when I got the clutch kit for the 4-liter Wrangler, it did come with this pilot bearing, which fits nicely on the alignment tool. But obviously this pilot bearing will not work with my AX15. Both of my Jeeps that I, looked at the pilot bearings and would not fit either one. So I'm not sure what pilot bearing this fits, or what Jeep fits this pilot bearing with the 1932. So I'd love to know your guys' experience. If you have any experience swapping out your clutch on this and replacing the pilot bearing, obviously anytime you're doing your clutch, you need to replace the pilot bearing. Elvis is here. Morning, guys. I very much appreciate all these videos. It gives me a great idea on how to do things and some confidence to do more work on my 97 TJ with a 4-liter. Yeah, very cool, Elvis. Elvis, right? I'm glad it helps. And yeah, a lot of it is you're going to run into problems, just like I did right here with my pilot bearing. But you eventually learn and figure it out and just get more experience. Maybe it's the 4-cylinder. That's what I was wondering. Who said that? Mark? I was wondering the same thing, but every website I go to, and I put in Jeep 4-liter, 6-cylinder, it says it fits. But I wonder the same thing. Is this the pilot bearing for the 4-cylinder, 2.5-liter? I don't know. I'm going to go to the auto parts store. Well, I'm going to call them. They're going to say, oh, yeah, we got those in stock. I'm going to go down there. It's going to be the wrong size. I'll take my old one down there. They'll get the manager. They'll go look at their shelves, and maybe I'll end up ordering one online if they don't have one locally. But that's my plan today. Is your clutch stock? Yes. Side Pocket Louie. That's a good name. Yeah, it's a stock clutch, original clutch on this thing. And it's the input shaft on the transmission that's kind of dictating the orifice the opening on the pilot bearing. There you go, Rocket, Jason, Bronco Solid. Yeah, so obviously the input shaft is close to 3/4 of an inch on this AX15. How did you get the bearing out? I think that's going to be Friday's video. I'm going to use the bread method. And I've decided to use the bread method because I've looked at pilot bearing removal tools and they're $20, $24. But I'm going to use it once a year, maybe? I mean, if I had a shop that I was doing clutches all the time, yeah, buy a pilot bearing removal tool. But if you're not, there's another trick you can do it for, gosh, probably 10 cents. I'm going to use that method and it'll be quicker than borrowing a tool and running down to the store and then returning it. By the time I did all that, I could have the bearing out. And so if you're just not doing it frequently, it's a good method. That'll be Friday's video. So who asked that? Mark? No, that was Fernando. So yeah, check out Friday's video. That'll be on removing the pilot bearing. At least that's my plan at this point. So we are 21 minutes. I'm trying to keep these live streams a little shorter. I have some that are an hour and a half. And it's fun hanging out, but it just takes a lot of time. Bread works. Yep, Kevin, that's what's coming. We're going to give it a try. When I do my clutch installation video, I think I'm going to do a time lapse of the bread because it's super fun watching you jam the bread in and then the pilot bearing just kind of slowly coming out. Good video, way better at live stream than when you started. Yeah, getting better. This was a lot of camera movement, but I needed to show you some stuff outside. Sorry about the connection out there, but then also show you some stuff underneath the Jeep. So yeah, and I'm also finding that longer live streams, I mean, it's fun hanging out with you guys and chatting and making comments, but longer term, shorter live streams do better. So, and I've got stuff to do. I haven't done my morning exercise. Got to do that real quick. Run down to the auto parts store, get the pilot bearing out of this. Got lots to do. Gimbal would be great. Yep. So anyways, let me know your guys' experience on these pilot bearings. The issues I'm having, the pilot bearing size, this is 19/32, does not work. This is the bearing that came with my kit, does not work for a 4-liter. And I've run into that issue in the past. Beefed this one up with electrical tape, worked great to about 3/4. So if you guys have a link to the alignment tool, leave a comment down below and I will catch you guys on Friday. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.